Morning sunrise here in El Salvador. It's my second day in the country. Well, I got confused as you go through these countries here in Central America pretty fast. And she's beautiful, man. Pretty untouched coastline. Check her out. Waves just rolling on in. Sunrise coming up. She's about 6 in the morning or 6:30. Another hot day, man. Not a cloud in the sky to be seen. And they roar like thunder, them beasts. It's a beautiful coastline. You got some fishermen out there. Rocking away to the waves, catching a bit of morning fish to sell on the market in the restaurants. She's a beautiful country here in El Salvador. Last night was a pretty interesting one as I once again biked till dark and then ended up trying to get through a tunnel, which wasn't the smartest idea there. As I was going through the tunnel, man, and it was pretty dark and pretty long, and I ended up drifting off to one side there, and boosh, man, I smacked up my knuckle pretty good, and my forearm's a bit bruised up. But I learned my lesson. No more tunnels when it's that dark out. Oh my God. That was pretty funny, man. And I just said, there was two people at the beginning of it, and they were funny. They were telling me they heard me go through and just heard this boom. And then when they did, they thought I really hurt myself. Fuck, so did I, man. That was not good. But then I turned around and ended up saying the hell with that, man. Threw my camp up in some farmer's field and cornfield. And it was pretty interesting, man, honestly. Because the one guy there used to live in the United States for 10 years. He speaks English, and he used to make $10 an hour as an arborist up in the trees, cutting away at the trees, you know, working all over Kansas, Oklahoma, Colorado. And now he's making $8 a day working in the cornfield, and they husk it all themselves, chop it down, and they peel it themselves. And the thing in the United States, we got these big combines that do it all in a click of a finger. Here, the people are definitely a lot poorer. Someone who harvests the cane makes $5 a day, man, and they sweat hard and work hard only to make $5. I mean, it's crazy. Someone works with McDonald's and flips burgers, man, and they make, you know, what is it, $7 an hour or something. I mean, just, you know, 1 hour at work is more than they make in a whole day here, and they bust their back hard in those cane fields. They're big, man. Full of spiders, snakes, and the hot sun. They have 6 months of no rain, basically, and 6 months of rain. Now it's not. The rainy season has been over for 2 months. And in the heat of the day, man, that is one heck of a hard job. And to think they only make that much is just ridiculous. But such it is, hey. And for 5 years, they've used the American dollar here. And they say the people I've asked, they get used to it. But they say, you know, you used to be able to bring back the American dollar. It was worth a lot more in their money here, and it was easier. As a lot of people here in El Salvador have family and friends that are in the United States working, and they give their money back here to help support them. But this coastline's been pretty interesting. At the very beginning, it seemed like everything was secluded. A lot of private beaches owned by the hotels. Everything was gated off. It was hard just to get a peek at the ocean, you know. It kind of upset you a little bit. You're wondering what's going on, man. But now, since this morning, it's been more open. And it's a beautiful coastline. There's a couple surf joints and whatnot. It makes you think, hey, it'd be nice just to take a day off and go surf all day. But we've been chugging along, man. I mean, to think I've gone through Panama, Costa Rica, and then Nicaragua, Honduras, and now towards the end of the day today, I might just be out of El Salvador. I'm not too sure. I'm going to finish up the coastline and then cut up through the country up to Guatemala and get a map and see how far it is to Belize and maybe head up that way. And by Christmas, we'll be in Mexico. Chucking along. Hopefully get some new parts for old Goso there, because she's a bit banged up. But one last look here at the coast. She's absolutely beautiful. Really is. And the people in this country are pretty cool too, man. I mean, I've had great chats with people, and it's kind of sad that I don't get to stay in these countries longer and get a feel for it as you do in South America, where you spend so much time. Like, you know, I mean, a month in a country, you really get to know it and understand it. But here, it's quick and fast. And hopefully no more of these tunnels, man. I've gone through 4, man. 2 this morning. That big one, long one this morning, man. I put my foot down and just kind of pushed along with my foot. I was kind of nervous after smacking that wall, and I looked at it, and it's just sheer rock. I'm lucky I didn't smack my head, break my neck, or hit my tire on one of the big rocks on the side and burger it all up. I ended up all right on that one, to tell you the truth. But we'll have another look at the coast here, and she's beautiful, and I'm just going to keep putting along and enjoying it as you do. And it's definitely a beautiful morning here in El Salvador, and I'm happy I decided to bike this coastline. Absolutely beautiful. And I've been putting in some big days that average about 120 to 140 kilometers each day, getting up at sunrise, biking until about sunset. And last night, man, just as I came up to the mountaintop, it was one of those moments you'll never forget. Honestly, and the sun I could see peeking through the trees, coming up, had this little fire, big fire red, you know, massive, bloody blood red, you know, looked like blood. And as soon as I got up to the top, man, I get up there, and perfect view of the sun, and the teeny little sliver of the red just slipped right into the ocean to wake someone else up in this world, you know. And it was a moment where I just sat there and thought, oh man, that was pretty cool, dude. Just to watch it just slide right on off, you know, like butter just being cut right into the ocean. And darkness came, and yeah, I hit a tunnel. Anyways, one last quick little look here at the ocean, and we're gonna get on our way and enjoy another day in El Salvador. And pretty soon we'll be off the coastline, cutting up through the mountains. And it'll be another day of hard work on old Goso. And we'll get back to you, hey. But let's check out these mountains real quick. And the ocean. Beautiful, man. Simply beautiful. And the hot sun awaits us. The endless ocean.